Yep. All right. Yeah, make sure. The other day I fucked up and had my mic thing muted for about 20 minutes or so. So nobody probably heard the rant and rave that I did, but that's okay. 'Cause, nobody really cares. And it's all right. You know, I have my channel here. I do what I do every day. I don't need to be monetized. I don't need money. I just love doing what I do and just being me and be able to be me. And whether people get to enjoy it live or unlive or however the case is, I sit up here talk sports, but I also talk about other things. Whether we agree to disagree, well, then we can have a conversation. But if you don't want to have a conversation and you still have, choice words, well, like the old saying says, if you don't have nothing nice to say, then don't say nothing at all. Sometimes not saying anything says a lot more than you just running at the yap. But then you got people that are so pissed off at Mr. T that they think it's okay to do whatever they want to do and administrate with their shit. Two wrongs don't make no rights, okay? Sorry. Sorry to shit on you, poo poo you, tell you people. You, you know, I'm not up here to tell people how to live their lives and to tell you that the world's going to shit. I mean, if you don't know that, then I don't know where the fuck your head is at or where it has been. But we're not going in a good place, and we're not going to be headed to a good place. And the future is, well, there might not even be a future. And just put it that way, okay? If we all don't start, you know, screwing our heads on tight, start tightening shit up, guess what? Shit's gonna happen. And you can't bitch, you can't moan, you can't play victim, you can't be this. So let's not sit up here and fool ourselves and talk bullshit or yell at each other, be angry at each other. Then who wins in the battle? Is it always about a battle? Who's better? And am I always right or you're always wrong? Is that what we're living in this life to be? To just stick it to people, to tell them that I'm always right and you're fucking wrong, or maybe you're wrong, but you don't want to fucking admit you're wrong. You want to live in this denial. Well, it's okay to live in denial, but guess what? There is a consequence for that. And you can't bitch. Because on this planet and on this universe, we all get to choose. Now, people say that we don't get a choice, but we do have a choice. You have a choice in this world. Choice to do the right thing or do the wrong things. And at the end of the day, you have to accept the consequences and the good and bad that comes with the decisions that we make. But unfortunately, some people don't pay for that price. Why that is, I don't know. I don't have the fucking answers. Neither does anybody walking the fucking planet. What we can do is be better people instead of being bitter. But that takes a lot of people waking the fuck up. And it's not up to me to wake you up. Just like people don't have an understanding that if you want to believe in God or you want to have faith in something, you have to stand and believe on that. Now, you can't just waver from that because you feel whatever, but people do. People waver from their religion, they waver from a lot of things. But does it make everybody a bad person? No. But are there bad people? Yes. Are there deceased people? Yes. Are there caring, kind people? Yes. Are there gullible and dolly, stupid, and wannabe? Yes. There's all those types. That's what makes life. But we sit up here and when everybody, all these other people that get put on a fucking pedestal, and other puppets that get put out there by other motherfuckers that would rather just watch us all drown and die out like it's some fucking fucked up Netflix series. But some people can't get through their heads, and we want to bash people and wonder why we're all going to kill each other because because one side thinks they're right, the other doesn't, and then we're just at a clash of civilizations. And we're no better than Genghis Khan. We're no better than the dictators. We're no better than the people that came before us and didn't do the right thing. Now that's what we get to do. Now whether we sit on our fucking ass all day and sit up here and pipe up everybody and hype up this person or that. That's their choice. But don't get upset when shit outside in the world isn't going great, and then your reality and your lifestyle has to change because based on what you do. If you don't have a lot of money and you ain't got savings, you ain't got nothing, and you can't, you're really fucked in this world. And then guess what you are? You're dependent on this. You're dependent on that. And guess what? You're fucking dependent now. You're no longer you're no longer self-sufficient. Now you're self-reliant. But that's here nor there, and people don't care. I can sit here and rant and rave all day. I can sit here and tell my picks. I can sit here and give my breakdowns, but nobody cares. But is that why I do my streaming? No, I do my streaming because I want to fucking sit here and talk and say what I want to do, say what I believe on the sports, and do that. I'm not here for fucking people to feed me money and to feed my life and to take care of me and to do this and that. I should be able to be fucking take care of myself. And then why I do my parlays and my bets, I don't look at that as my meal ticket. I have other skills and abilities that I have to play. But unfortunately, in this world, shit is getting a little more tough to do, tough to deal with. Things of this and that nature. And then even if you do work, guess what? You get penalized here and there. Thanks to the lovely people of Congress, in the House and all those lovely people up there that have been sitting up there for fucking so long that, it's not even a job to them anymore. It's their life. It's their life to fuck us in the ass. And then, they get up here and play the great puppet show. And the rest of us, people sit in our houses or do whatever and just either get pissed off and mad about it, or you just sit there like a little bitch with your mouth closed and then act like, oh, well, you get to bitch. Well, no, you don't get to bitch, motherfucker. Because half you motherfuckers got us into this shit, and now you ain't got shit to say. You sit up here and talk all the sports all day, talk all this fly hot shit, but when it's coming to save our lives and it's coming to stand up and really fucking fight and really come in this shit, you motherfuckers ain't nowhere to be found. Acting like you're gonna wait at home and wait for somebody to come and attack you. Well, I'll wait till it comes to my doorstep. I'll just wait till it. Yeah, you know how many people did that in history, and look where they got them. Okay, look where it got them. You want to be a blip in history? Be my guest. Go ahead and continue the fucking stupid shit you do every day. And then for these pompous ass people that believe that they're going along to get along, there's consequences for that too. You think you're winning, you think you're winning. I'm winning, like I'm winning. Oh yeah, we got Charlie Sheen. Yeah, we're winning. Yeah. You fucking people are more stupid and more gullible, and you're just more of a puppet. You'll just do as you're told. You'll do as whatever they say. It's kind of like people that would. I'll just use a prime example. Like when I was in the military. You think people stood up? You think other people stood up and fought for other people in the military? Fought for better benefits for veterans and this and that? No. Because they're all fucking cowards. They all pump up their chests and get fake ass medals put on their fucking chest. But at the end of the fucking day, did they save anybody? Did they make anybody's life better? Fuck no, they didn't. They're just fake ass toy soldiers getting trotted out like a bunch of football players do, and then want to complain when you're dying and sick and you're complaining. They don't give no fucks about you. As long as you're feeding their shit and doing what they say, hey, they'll take care of you. They'll do whatever. But when you're fucking cannon fodder and everything else, they don't give no fucks about you. They'll let you die and rot. But you fucking people think there's better things. Well, you're fucking stupid. And a lot of these people were my friends. I love them to death. But we don't share the same values anymore. I don't have very many friends in this life. Some of my friends, when I had the younger and this and that, they're living their best lives. Not mad about it. But why do people call themselves friends? Why do people call themselves family? Why do this people call themselves, loyal? It's the things that makes me just the things, the foundation that was set is no longer a foundation. We don't even have a foundation. There is no foundation. There's nothing. So wonder why we're facing devastation. No wonder why we're facing extinction. No wonder why we're facing this shit. Because people just rather fucking think they're living their best life and this is as good as it's ever gonna get. And that don't bitch, don't bitch, man. You're lucky to have what you have. And that's just a dumbass cop out. And my message is for all you fucking people out there, and including you dumb motherfuckers that work for this fucking piece of shit. When you die, your soul's got to answer. And where you go after this, God only knows. Some of us and most of us probably ain't going to the ghetto place. Probably going to a real fucked up place. But most people don't care because they're living their best life here. And then when they die, oh well, I'll make it to heaven. Oh, it doesn't matter. I'll make it to Valhalla. What if you don't make it there? Can't turn back. There's no, oops, let me go back in my body. Nope. There's no doing that. And like I say, I sit up here day in and day out and I say the things that I say. Whether you want to fucking censor me, whether you agree with me, YouTube, guess what? They hang us. You cut off all these other people, guess what? You're gonna be next too. Don't think you're safe from this shit, that you're exempt from this shit, that they're gonna fucking save your ass. Lies after lies after lies after lies after lies after lies, bullshit after bullshit after bullshit after bullshit. But we as people take it, and then we have family. And then we tell them the bullshit and tell them the lies until they get hurt. And then you want to say something. And then you're going to be fucking lioness and lionesses and lioness, right? No. It's a shame. I'm ashamed of the actions of people and that there's no fight in people. We're just going to allow ourselves to wallow down. And if you're fighting right now, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about all these other fucking people. The people that say they're going to stay on the fucking fence. That oh, well, I don't care. I'm not trying to ruffle no feathers. Guess what, buddy? You're going to have to pick a side. Everybody's going to have to. And the side you may pick, maybe your family members and your friends aren't going to pick that same side. But at the end of the fucking day, you is the person have to pay for the consequences that are rendered. We can sit up here and blame God, the devil, the government, and all this other bullshit. But if we just continue to lie down like sleeping dogs, then guess what? We deserve to get beat like dogs. We deserve to be treated as such. And I'm not advocating let's go out and have a bloody fucking war right now, no. But if that is the end result, then that is the end result. We have tried to speak with our words and our minds, and we got to try to do that first. But sometimes, diplomacy isn't always the best way. And unfortunately, In my humble opinion, it's going to go bloody because they want it that way, and they know that some other people are sick and tired of it. So they're going to appease the people. They're going to appease the masses. They're going to appease these people. They're going to appease that people. They're going to do this and that. And they're going to continue to stoke the fire. And at the end of the day, who wins? None of us. I don't care your culture. I don't care if you're white. I don't care if you're black. I don't care if you're Hispanic. I don't care if you're Latino, Asian, Middle Eastern. I don't care if you identify as a man, a woman, whatever pronoun you want to be, whatever your sexuality orientation. We're all going to die. And not in the most pleasantry of ways. And not like a Netflix movie and not like that. But remember, in the end, you chose. You chose it. You chose. Now that I got that out of the way here, talk about how talk about how shitty I did last night in my first parlay here. Well, last night we did a MLB. We also had a little bit of WNBA action. So let's get down and dirty with the first bet. We had the over 7.5 runs in the Marlins and Phillies. We had the Blue Jays to win by a run and a half. We had the under 9.5 in the Braves Red Sox. We had the Reds to cover 2.5, cover the 2.5 runs. We had the over 7.5 with the Guardians and the Tigers. We had the Royals money line game 2. We had the Cubs to win by a run and a half, and we had the Rays money line. Well, my friends, nobody on this parlay that I put together on this 8-team parlay won. The Marlins and Phillies did not go over 7.5. The Blue Jays lost. The Braves beat the Red Sox 9-7 in extra innings. So that went over 9.5 runs. The Reds got beat by more than 2 runs. The Guardians and Tigers actually went 7 but didn't go over 7.5. So I needed it to go over another run. And the Royals lost by a run in game 2. The Cubs won, but only won by a run. And then the Rays lost to the Brewers. So we were 0-8 on our first one. Then we had parlay number 2 where we put the WNBA. We put the WNBA in there. And we took the Storm on the money line. They were playing the Chicago Sky. And the Storm ended up winning by 111 to 100. Then we had the over 166.5 between the Dream and the Aces. It went to, I believe it went 180. Yeah, it was like 180 something. So we definitely covered the over there. And then we had the over 159.5 and the Suns and Sparks. That went over, it was 168. So we went undefeated in the WNBA last night. So we won 3 there. So our second bet, we went 3-0 there. But then again, Rangers and Astros, we had the under 7.5. That went over. We had the under 11 runs in the Cardinals and Rockies. That went over. We had the over 7.5 in the Giants and Padres. That cashed for us. We had the over 6.5 in the Angels and the A's. It went to 6 runs, so we needed an extra run, so that didn't cover. And the Dodgers beat down the Twins. And that's been my best bet, that I can bestly give out to anybody is, Dodgers run line, Dodgers run line. They will, and a lot of people, they get scared to bet that the run lines, but with the Dodgers, I'm not, They've been cash money, baby. They've been cash money, even though I won't step foot in fucking LA. I will never step foot in LA or San Francisco. So, part of my little rant, Used to be great cities, used to be great metropolitan, blossoming great cities and flourishing economies and all this, and now it is turned to nothing but a cesspool and shitness and a bunch of falsettos, like the Hollywood setups and backgrounds. That's basically what the whole state of California. Not everywhere, but a good portion of the bigger cities have. Needless to say, we went 5-3, so better in our second parlay than we did in our first. All right, so let's get into some baseball today here.
You use a map in your car. Why not use a map?
Yeah, we use a map. Yeah. Some people don't use a map; they just use GPS. All right, so looks like we have one game in the books already, and that was the Reds and the Mets. And the Mets won, of course, 10-2. So the Mets, have continued on their hot streak here. So then we also have some action going on right now. We have the Rays actually winning right now, 3-2 in the top of the eighth now here. So we're going to the top of the eighth here. Now we got the Rays. They're actually up by a run here, taking down the Brew Crew here. And then we have the Nationals and the Cubs here. We're in the bottom of the seventh. Nationals actually lead right now, 2-1. We have one out. There's a runner on first here. We have Steve Sinek is pitching for the Nationals, and P.J. Higgins is batting for the Cubs. And then we have the Angels and the Athletics here. We're in the bottom of the third here. We're at a 0-0. And then we're in the bottom of the first now here. The Yankees and Mariners 0-0. We got the Giants and Padres 0-0. So those are the games that are on right now here. Then we have the Marlins and the Phillies later on tonight. Also, the Blue Jays, the Orioles, the Braves and the Red Sox, the Guardians and the Tigers, the White Sox and Royals, the Rangers and Astros, the Cardinals, Rockies, Pirates, Diamondbacks, and last but not least, the Twins and the Dodgers. We have two games in the WNBA to speak of. We have the New York Liberty 13-20 taking on the Dallas Wings 17-16. The Dallas Wings have gone on a tear as of late, and they have qualified for the WNBA playoffs so far. So can they keep that run up tonight here, playing against Liberty have played strong down the stretch, and Annika Sabrina Annika, she has really come on for that team, and that team is getting better. Team is still a young team there with the Liberty, but they're getting better. They got some solid players, but they're fairly still young. So this year maybe not so much will be a playoff, but this year will be just getting the team ready and shaped up for next season to try to go to for a playoff run. We also have the Minnesota Lynx taking on the Phoenix Mercury. The Mercury are 14-19. The Lynx are 13-20. So both these teams are pretty in similar fashion. Probably don't think these teams are going to the playoffs, but both teams, obviously the Mercury are Tarasi and obviously Brittany Griner. They're hoping she'll get home. There might be whatever on that situation. The Lynx are getting better here. They have Sylvian Falls. They have some young players on the Lynx that are starting starting to turn it around a little bit here. So, like I said, maybe next season, along with the Liberty, these teams will have a chance to fight for the WNBA playoffs. But this year doesn't look so promising. But those are the games. Those are the games today. So let's get into our plays. Obviously, I mean, we didn't have any plays in the Mets in the Mets and the Reds game here. We did get in the Brewers game though here. Part of our first bet here. We took the Brewers to win by a run and a half, but they're down by a run right now. So Gonna need them possibly to probably maybe tie it up, maybe go to extras, and we get a walk-off 2-run shot maybe would be would be lovely. And then we have the under 7.5 in the Nationals and the Cubs. And that game right now is currently sitting at 3 runs. All right. Then we have the Angels and the Athletics game. We've taken the under as well in this game. We took the under. We took the under. Oops. We took the under 8 runs in the Angels and the A's. Then we also took the Yankees on the run line here. They're top of the second right now here. We took the Padres. The Padres on to win by a run and a half. And then also we put in there. We put the Orioles. Yeah, we took the Orioles on the money line, and we also took the Phillies on the run line here today. So that takes care of our first bet there. And our second bet we took the Liberty on the money line, and we took the Mercury. We took the Braves to win by a run and a half. We took the Tigers to win on the money line. The Astros to win by a run and a half on the spread. We took the under 8.5 runs in the White Sox Royals. Going under 12 runs in the Cardinals and the Rockies today. And once again, taking that Dodgers to win by a run and a half. It's plus 116. So I mean I'm telling you, I mean, anytime I've had the Dodgers, I mean, there's been a couple times I took them and they lost, but there's a couple times I bet against the Dodgers, but for the majority of the time here, it's pretty safe to say here. All right, so we got top of the 8th now, runner on, 1 out here for the Rays. All right, we got runners on first and second, 1 out here for the Cubs. The Cubs are trying to at least tie it here. They got 1 out there. We're going to the top of the 4th here between the Angels and Athletics, still 0-0. Yankees and Mariners are in the top of the 2nd. The Giants and Padres are going to the top of the 2nd right now, so that's what we got to go there. Oh, and the Cubs have just scored now. The Cubs have just scored. Runners at the corner now. Runners at let's see. Runners at second and third now. It's tied 2-2 here in the 7th here, so but like I said, we need the Brewers to come back to keep this parlay going here, or else our first parlay is done. Let's get some NFL news here. Some news and notes here for people to understand. Mekhi Becton for the Jets, he's likely done for the season, so that's going to hurt the Jets. The Browns just lost Jakeem Grant for the season, just tore his Achilles. And Lions rookie receiver Williams gets Stafford number 9. McVay announces he signed extension with the Rams. Quarterback Mac Jones expected to grow in Pat's new offense. Okay, we'll see about that. Let's see. The NFL Diversity Initiative hires HBCU med students. And Aaron Rodgers says basically playing a series in preseason is a waste. So, yeah, we'll see here. All right, Najee Harris is intense Texas workouts as he prepares for the season here. I mean, obviously, the big news, the news and notes is the NFL. Roger Goodell, they're going for a full year suspension on Deshaun Watson. So we'll find out if the arbitrary person that is going to be hearing this will either agree to continue to keep this 6 game suspension or to increase it and say, well, so definitely going to see how that works itself out. And tomorrow we got 2 games on at 7. One's on at 7 Eastern, and the other one's on at 7:30. So one starts a half hour later. We have the New York Giants taking on the New England Patriots at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific on NFL Network. And the other game is at 7:30 Eastern out there in Baltimore, having the Tennessee Titans take on the Baltimore Ravens. And then we have quite a few games on Friday. We got 5. We actually have 5 games here Friday night. So, going to be interesting. You got the Falcons and Lions on NFL Network. Then we had the Browns and the Jaguars. Then you have the Jets and the Eagles. Then you have the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Bengals. And then we have the Green Bay Packers taking on the 49ers. That game will also be on NFL Network. Then Saturday, we have 2 early games, 10 a.m. Pacific time, 1 p.m. Eastern time. Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Bears. Then we have the Carolina Panthers taking on the Washington Commanders. Then at 1 p.m. Pacific, obviously 4 p.m. 4 Eastern, Indianapolis Colts taking on the Buffalo Bills. Then we have at 4 Pacific time, 7 Eastern, we have the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. And then at 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific, we have the Miami Dolphins taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We have at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 Eastern, we have the New Orleans Saints and the Houston Texans. And then we have the Dallas Cowboys at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Obviously, it'd be about 7 Mountain time and about 9 o'clock East Coast time. Get the Cowboys going into the Mile High in Denver. And then the last game of the night on Saturday will be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Los Angeles Chargers at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 o'clock Eastern. And then Sunday, we have an afternoon game. Obviously at 4 at 4:25 Eastern time, 1:25 West Coast time. We'll also say Las Vegas time. We have the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Las Vegas Raiders, and that is the Week 1 preseason. Obviously, the Jaguars 0-1 and the Raiders 1-0. Both teams had an extra game, so but should be interesting to see football back again. I know I'm happy and pumped to see football back again. I mean, man, just to see football again, just to see, the gridiron and to see, the teams going back at it again, seeing, if any teams, the teams from last year, did they improve? Did they decrease? I mean, as as a whole, as an NFL entity, they're part of this bill too now. This new bill that got passed. That Congress. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, tell me this: How are we gonna pay for these tickets now? When the people that go to these games are people that make you know 200K less, and so you're gonna tax the shit out of them. So Roger Goodell, I want you to ask the government why you and you think it's a good idea. Even even commie Bernie Sanders voted against it and said this was going to be destruction. And you know what? At times, I don't say I hate Bernie Sanders, but he's not my favorite. But in this instance, I have to agree with Bernie Sanders. And I'm not in much of agreement, lock and stock with dictators or communists or whatever, socialists or whoever. But if we have an understanding that if this gets passed, this is going to be worse. And then what else didn't they tell you that was passed in the bill? That's going to get scurried in, and all of a sudden we're going to find out about it. But this is the things I'm talking about. These people sit up here and they just look down upon us. And do you think they give two flying fucks about us? Hell no, they don't. Because without us working and without us breaking our fucking back, these motherfuckers can't operate. But they have the belief system that, you know what, you're a dumbed down person, you're whatever, and you got to be this way. Or else, if not, we're going to threaten you to throw you in jail. We're going to threaten to kill your life. We're going to threaten to do this and that. Well, you already done that. But still, people are captivated in their fear and their doubt. And they live vicariously every day through their emotions. And they know this because they have you captivated through computers, through your fucking cell phones, through your fucking televisions, through your sorry ass video games. What do you think that is doing to you? You think that's helping you out? You think this video game is making you money? Oh, well, we stream online and we make money. Yeah. And you are the fucking idiot that continues to perpetuate the bullshit. You know, I'm the idiot that gets to play video games all day and I get paid. And people give me their hard-earned money. And oh, they're more idiots. Working their hard ass off to pay for your ass to sit there and play a video game all day. So those of you that choose to work your ass off and give your money to lazy, slothful people, I don't want to hear shit that the government's taxing you and that you're losing money and I should feel sorry for you. Because you give it to people that don't even feel sorry for themselves and can't get off their ass, preferably, to do anything about it and want to work. Because the government doesn't want to give people incentives to work because the government wants to give you incentive to sit on your ass. But, you know, mostly people love doing that. You love doing as you're told. You love being obedient. But you don't think you're obedient. You think that you can fight back and this and all that. I mean, it's the same fool trick you do to your animals. You trick your animals into believing that they're safe and you're going to take care of them and you're going to love them and you're going to do this and that and blah, blah, blah. And then what does people do to animals? People abuse the animals too, just like they abuse kids. They abuse this and abuse that. But everyone wants to get up here and tell you that they know best. And let's talk about these high and mighty fucking people that make so much money that they don't give a fuck about us. So that's why people say, well, Kenny, why are you even talking about sports? You know, you love talking about sports, but you know these people don't care about you. Well, that's why I talk the way I talk about these people, and a lot of them I don't respect them. A lot of these athletes are gullible ass motherfuckers. There's some of them that will have a backbone, but you know, I don't know. If you're willing to play in that arena and dibble dabble, and then you know the reality of it is. Sorry, same thing in Hollywood, same thing in music. They don't want to hear your best music. They want you to just do what they tell you. And work is their little monkey. Yeah, you go dance. Go dance out there. Yeah, dance. Yeah, dance. Do their little dance. Wear their little shit. Do all that shit. Do their little jig and shit. Be their little fuck boys and fuck girls and fuck whatever you want to be called. I don't tote the fucking line. And like I said, I ain't afraid to get cut off these fucking social platforms. Because you don't fucking scare me. You don't scare me. You see the fear in these eyes here? No. I don't give no fucks. I say what I say and I mean what I say. And if you have a problem with it, you send me a message that, oh, I'm talking all this hot shit. Yeah, of course I'm talking all this hot fly shit, motherfucker. Because I'm not brainwashed. Even though in the military, they brainwash some people. Wonder why some people, yeah. Okay, believe what you want to believe, okay? Yeah, be that. Be that, but you're not gonna be around me. You're not gonna be near me, and I don't give a fuck. I have no sympathy for your bitch ass. You just as I took an oath to fight and defend, not for no fucking, not for no sit there and parade me out there on Veterans Day, give me free meals at Applebee's, and trot us out here like we were some goddamn fucking superhero when none of us did the goddamn thing. Didn't do shit. Ain't standing up for the fucking people that we love for in this country. Just go line yourselves up and jab yourselves. Good. Go be little government bitches. Go be their killers and murderers. And then when they hang your fucking ass out to dry, I don't want to hear your fucking begs and cries and mercy and oh, we were fooled and we were tricked. Just like all these people outside this my house. You want to be a fucking puppet? You want to be a fucking idiot? You deserve what you fucking get. And if nobody comes to save your fucking ass, that's because y'all believe there's fairy tales. You believe that, somebody's going to come from the sky and Jesus is going to come and miraculously save everybody. Or Valhalla or whoever is going to come down and swoop all you up and take you out of here and make sure you don't fucking find devastation. You know what that sounds to me? That sounds like a fucked up fairy tale that I was told when I was a kid. Now, the God that I love and I know gave us free will and choice. You see how hypocrites people are about their religion and what they stand on and what they stand for? And I thought politics and religion and government and church and state was supposed to be separate. But now they're together with the 501c4s. So don't tell me that you work for God when you actually But see, that's what they stand on. They try to stand behind God, but they don't stand on his principles and his morals. Because again, the people that are high up in power, they don't like God. They mock God. They do these things here and they to rub it in these Christians' face. And they know and people go, well, why won't the Christians do anything? Because they're too busy in the New Testament turning the other cheek. Too busy doing about what they wanted to do. But they go into church on Sunday, even though that's not a Sabbath day, and pray away their sins and ask for forgiveness. Well, you should repent every day for your shit. But God knows what the hell we are doing. And he'll come when it's his time, when he sees fit. Not when any of us over here think that we know, and for all these non-believers either that want to see, you want to see hell on earth? You think that's going to be a better way? Because I'm telling you now, it ain't be fun and games. Ain't nobody be sitting at home. Ain't nobody could be. People will be fucking trying to worry about surviving. And that's where most of us are at. We're in survival. We're trying to survive. We're trying to save our species. But there's people that are trying to destroy it. And then there's other people that just think it's all lies. And other people are up here like it's two parts of a different script. It's just like wrestling. They got to get people on this side. They got to get people on that side. They got to get fans to cheer for this team. They got to get fans to hate this team and that team and this team. Do you not get it now? Do you not get it? because I know a lot of you don't get it, and they'll use one race against another, and this and that, and it's all to get us to kill each other and drive us mad, and you know they talk about they want us to be one, one, it's a small world, one happy, this and that, but on the other, they don't. It's the duality in this fucking life that gets me with people, and it's regular people or fucking people that want to serve this fucking whatever you want to call this shit, stupid machine, whatever. And like I said, I get up here and I speak from my heart. I speak passionately. Whether you fucking agree with me or not, I'm not asking for agreements. I'm asking for you to fucking, if you give a shit, you'll fucking start really preparing, and should have been preparing, because it's getting too late, you know? When, it's like, when you're prepping for a storm, when a hurricane or a storm or something comes in, if you live out somewhere in the cold and then a blizzard comes in, you got to be prepared for that. Because you just can't go walking out in the fucking middle of the blizzard, middle of a crazy ass storm, and try to get food or try to get this or try to do that. But that's how most of us are. We think we're gonna trek through treacherous times. At that point, it's too late. Ain't gonna be no freedoms and free to do this and free to do that and free to. That's where they lied to us too. That we're free. We're free. So if we're free, then why are we slaves to the debt? Why are we slaves to the IRS? If we're such free people, then why aren't we free? Why don't we have the freedom? But you're only as free as they allow you to be. And then when you don't do what they want, they start cutting off your freedoms. Oh, you can't. Well, you don't want freedom of speech? You know? But we just sit here and look each other in the eye, or we just sit here like idiots, or go about our life that we think we're living. That's, come on now. We're fooling ourselves here. We're fooling ourselves. All right. Let's get a scoring update here. All right, so we got top of the ninth right now. We got the Rays are winning here 3-2. And now we got the top of the eighth here, and we got the Cubs are leading now 4-2. 2 outs, a runner on first base here. So then we have the top of the fifth 0-0 between the A's and the Angels. Top of the third 0-0 Mariners and Yankees. Top of the third 1-0 Giants over the Padres. And of course, when I pick the Padres, the Giants want to play better. But yeah, I mean, that's all I really got here for today. Here is just tell my bets, and hopefully they'll win. I mean, it's kind of losing right now, but like I said, I probably lost more than I won, and why am I gonna get mad? I mean, it's a gamble. It's like, it's anybody that gets a lottery ticket, you get mad when you spend $2 on a lottery ticket that you can win, 100 millions, this and that, but even that, look at the person that won the billion and whatever. 1.1 billion they won, but then guess what? How much they actually get back? They got back like 400 and something, less than half. And just think now they would have got even more. But we'll be back tomorrow here. It'll be and probably do a little early short stream here because I got to go help my dad again once again for a little bit. So probably do a little short stream, and then obviously we'll be betting the NFL games along with the WNBA and some of the MLBs. I know there's going to only be a few games because tomorrow is a travel day. That's why usually people don't understand why the game's so early on Wednesdays, because teams got to travel and some teams don't. Some teams have a day off so that they don't really worry about it. Other teams got to travel the next day, so they got to you know you gotta leave the stadium. You got to get your stuff out of the hotel or whatever, and then you got to fly to the and you got to basically fly to the next next game or whatever it's going to be at. And so that's why they always do the matinee. I always call them matinee. They're the afternoon games basically. They just do that because, like I said, Thursdays usually Mondays is usually a travel day, and Thursdays. So that's why there's not a lot of teams play on those days. But let's see what we do today. Hopefully, maybe we get a win. Maybe we don't. If not, maybe tomorrow we get a win. Betting on these preseason games tomorrow. So, and we'll get into that a little bit. But just getting out here today, just with a little bit of MLB and also the WNBA. So hopefully we win, and we'll see y'all tomorrow.